When it comes to conflict with a narcissist, often they blame their dysregulation on you, right? Well, look what you made me do. You were the one that made me mad because you blank, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't see your perspective because you made me so mad that I, blank, right? And so the self-regulation really goes back to in a safe relationship, people can take accountability for their own triggered state. Right. And they can name, like, I'm too upset to continue to have this conversation right now. I need to slow down. I need to catch my breath. I need to calm myself down because I'm too upset to continue this conversation because I can feel myself getting ugly and I don't want to go there because I love you. And so I'm going to take myself into accountability and regulate myself. Right.
Wait. Okay, wait. Hold on. I appreciate this sort of us getting to really flush this out because I'm just making believe. I'm like the patient now, and in the mind of a patient, at that moment, you said, I have to calm down and I have to keep in mind that I love you.
Mm-hmm.
But at that moment, okay, so here's another psychoanalytic concept, which is splitting. So when they get into a dysregulated state, and this is sort of the underlying thing of all personality disorders, is they're known to have a fragmented sense of self. So the fragmented self leads to splitting. And splitting is that all or nothing. Either you're with me or you're against me. So in the moment right here, Crystal, that you're describing, they don't love their partner anymore in that moment. And not only do they not love them in that moment, and this is the really sad part, but they never loved them because their partner always did this to them. You see, it gets really quite exaggerated. They don't make that link, back to the connection is completely absent at that moment. So then the question becomes, and we're just playing this out. So if they cannot remind themselves, I do love this person and I don't want to hurt somebody that I love because that gets lost. I don't know if you ever encounter this or if you could speak to that a little bit in terms of what we might do in that case, or we could think about it together if you like.
Yeah. And I guess, again, this is why I like to talk about it as skills, because self-regulation, again, for me, coming from, kind of the relational perspective, is this starts in infancy, right? This starts with,
Yes.
As an infant, you cannot self-regulate. This is why you rely on your mom's or your dad's nervous system to regulate you, right? Babies cry, their parent comes and comforts them, right? But ultimately, right, when you become an adult, when you start developing, you learn to regulate yourself, right? You don't always have to reach for the other. And that becomes that healthy level of development, right? That you're no longer acting like an infant. You don't get to throw a tantrum every time you're having a bad day and take it out on your partner and expect them to comfort you, right? So that also is part of the skill building that unfortunately not all of us had families that taught that.